dum 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 dum
Space between.
Why, hello. This is the Space Between podcast where we talk about the space between life and art, passion and business. What's happening now and what's happening next. I'm Pat Shand.
I'm Amy Shand.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We have a guest in the house today. All right, so for those who have a problem with the numbering right now, I know some catch it live, some watch the recorded shit later on, okay? This is episode 50, right? You just see us. It's going to be a bit confusing because we have a third motherfucker in the house, okay?
Special guest.
Yeah, I guess with these, we like to have multiple cameras, right? We have one live stream on us, one live stream that's going to be introduced in the final episode version on our guest. And then we have a camera from the God's POV, looking down.
Aerial view.
Aerial view looking down at us. I'd like to introduce one of my best friends, Dubs Up, Steve Wisnowski.
Steve.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Steve, he's many things. You know, Steve is a fireman. So some might say hero. Okay. He is a plumber. One might say hero. Okay. He has been in films with me. I've written with him. He is a master of all trades. Okay. And he is one of the worst at answering texts. Okay.
Terrible.
Steve and I've talked about him on the podcast before, you know.
Yes.
But before we get into all this, okay, let's just do a little rundown. How are you doing today, Steve? What is going on in your life? Just give us a quick rundown.
Quick rundown. I'm doing good. Busy at work. Do plumbing 50, 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
And
You travel sometimes, right?
yeah, between that and my girlfriend who lives in DR. Lots of travel and lots of work.
Damn, international.
International. Flights here and there and
Spending that money, you know.
How long is the flight?
3.5 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Not too bad.
But still,
worth
it's a
it.
plane and
Yeah.
getting in the airport and stuff. But
Right.
it is
Yeah,
worth it.
that's
So that's neat. That's
4
cool.
hours extra.
It's customs every time too, huh?
Customs, yeah.
Do they ever
Customs in a foreign country, which is always a little bit.
I get caught up at customs, yo.
You do?
Yeah, man.
Is there like a Pat Chan terrorist somewhere?
I don't know. It's just like
You're like,
my
are you
brother-in-law
silent?
had that problem. He was like
Yeah.
a Patrick McCaffrey, and there's like a IRA Patrick McCaffrey.
oh
Oh,
shit.
no.
And so like they would take him in the other room whenever we tried to
Damn.
travel with him.
We got you.
Yeah.
Interrogated
Yeah.
until
Hold on.
they found out it wasn't him.
I'll tell you who there is. Because I used to, before I became a negative Z-list celebrity, okay? Because now,
Z-list.
You made the list.
I'm not trying to flex on you motherfuckers, but if you search my name on Google, your boy shows up, okay? In the past, nope. In the past, and still, if you search Patrick Shand instead of Pat Shand, man died from accidental suffocation during arrest.
Oh,
That's really sad.
Yep.
Yeah.
A Canadian dude. Here we go.
His name was Patrick Shand?
Yep. He's younger than me now. Back when I knew about him, I was like, man, he's old as fuck. But now I'm older than that.
Wow.
It says, an inquest in Ontario has found that a man died of accidental restraint asphyxia when grocery store employees tried to restrain him. This story's crazier than I thought.
A grocery store employee?
Yo,
For real?
Patrick Shand,
Yo, that's not part of your job.
that's not. Take it easy, you
Yeah,
know.
relax.
Come off the ham, you know. Like,
That's
when-
crazy. That's
Let them take the fucking grapefruit or whatever.
Patrick Shand, 31, died in September 1999 after he was handcuffed and pinned to the ground outside a Loblaws store in Scarborough by 2 staff members and a private security guard. God damn.
Insane.
They have followed him from the store after suspecting him of a shoplifter.
suspecting.
And
it.
now you're
Yo.
not allowed to follow people from the store.
I don't know about
I don't
Canada,
if
though,
that-
you know?
Oh, that's true. It's different.
Damn.
If we're playing this game, you type my name in. It's pretty funny too.
Let's do that shit.
Dude, my phone, Stephen M. Wisnowski.
Oh shit, he's done that.
I've done it. My dad's done it.
All right, Stephen M. Wisnowski. Oh shit! Here we go. Man, this guy looks hard. Yo. He looks like
Gun busting gangster.
he looks like he's in the terror squad. You know.
Tough
lean
name.
back. He's saying lean back right
He's
now.
from New York too.
Oh hell yeah, he is. He's wearing a Yankees hat in this shit.
It's New York and New Jersey.
Got the Yankees fitted on. He said Steve Wisnowski's birthday is November 4th, 83, and he's 35 years old. Steve's reputation score is 2.5. What is this site?
My
see.
life. That's a weird side.
Oh, I thought you go to the news.
Criminal records. Oh yeah.
There's a news story with the Stephen M. Wisnowski.
Oh, news. I can't find it.
No, wow.
8 bank robberies.
There you go.
That's a different guy.
There's 2 different.
Yo, the other guy, it said he might be a sex offender, dude.
There's a guy who samurai sworded his family. That's Stephen M. Wisnowski. And a bank robber.
Samurai sorted.
Yo, yeah, this is the bank robber. First of all, 8 banks, 3 months, 31K. Step your game up, dude.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that's weak.
Though, I'll tell you this. I'm not going to say who it is, but a friend of ours, who we've gone on many trips with, one of his best friends is in jail for being a bank robber.
Really?
Yep. And he did the shit where, and I actually put this as a plot device in one of my graphic novels recently. I didn't know this. You probably knew this because you're on your crime shit. What do you do, right, Amy, if you want to rob a bank and you want to, and if you get in trouble, you get in less trouble. What do you do? Like, how do you protect yourself from getting a worse sentence?
Say that it wasn't planned.
No. Watch. You go in
Not
there.
actually have a weapon?
That's it. No gun,
Oh,
yo.
have a fake one.
No.
Just pretend.
No,
like
just
you have
pretend
one.
like
You
you
gotta
have
know.
it. Yeah.
Say I have a gun,
Yeah.
but you don't.
Yep. Exactly.
I've heard of people like doing this under a shirt,
Yeah.
just with their
yeah.
hand, like the gun.
Did you ever read that story where the kid went in with a snake and robbed like a 7-Eleven and got
That's
charged?
so fucking.
Charged with armed robbery?
He's like, or my snake will bite you.
Yeah.
That
They got
is
charged.
armed robbery.
Imagine that, like getting charged with armed robbery.
People are
Because
scared of snakes.
I would give him the money. But
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. If someone came into Starbucks with a
dude,
tarantula.
I would be like, bro,
Oh.
that's a ball python.
my
Get
God.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you would. That's true about Amy. She
Unless it's like a cobra or a rattlesnake.
Yeah,
or
she'd
something,
call him out,
Get
like-
out of here.
You remember we were watching Buffy, right? And and then there was an
So that's a
episode.
bunch of corn snakes.
There's an episode exactly. There was that, and then there was an episode where a dude I think had tarantulas, and like they went over him and like poisoned him or some shit, and you were like, no, that's not a venomous tarantula at all. They fucked up.
That's like if I watched Holes as a child and was like, those aren't poisonous yellow spotted lizards. Those are bearded dragons. Just give them some romaine.
Have you seen the movie Holes?
yes,
Did you read the book too?
No,
I did not
You
read the
didn't?
book.
no.
Oh wow.
Amy had a crush. Her first childhood crush. I'm gonna tell you 2 of her first childhood.
Shia LaBeouf.
Nope.
Oh,
We
God.
would win in
I was gonna
like,
say
a quiz
Holes.
game for each other.
Oh yeah.
But go ahead.
I think his name was what? Radio? Zero?
0.
Yo. Amy had a crush on that little guy. You know?
I was in love with him. I would be like looking to see if there was any sort of like, you know, because when I was younger, I would win like little like writing stuff and win trips to like Legoland and stuff for essays like in elementary school.
Nice.
So I thought to myself, I wonder if there's like an essay writing contest or if I could go on a radio show or something. If I could just meet him, he would totally just want to marry me. That's it. And then that reminds me because the other day we saw a meme and it was so funny. It was this like 10-year-old girl in this hilariously nerdy outfit that was like 2 mixed matching colors. And it was like, this is the actual like outfit I thought in 2010 that that Joe Jonas would fall in love with me in. And I'm just like, that was so
Fucking
me
hilarious.
as a kid,
Yo, and Amy's second childhood crush?
Wow.
He has a deep voice.
Luda!
I have to
Yeah.
say those two
Nasty.
crushes, and then your husband. Is
Yeah.
I
like,
know.
it's like
but,
very.
But what's really funny is one of the first things I noticed about Pat around the floor at Starbucks was that he knew so many rap lyrics.
It's true.
And I was like, why is this
Gangster
really,
white.
Yeah, I was like, why is this really funny, like, quote unquote, I thought he was, like, nerdy in a
Yeah.
way, because, like, we would talk about reading and other shit and work, and then I would, like, say a Drake lyric, and then he would just, like, go off, or anything, and I'm just like, how does he know that? And then it turns out, he's a straight up G.
Yeah, he's been in rap battles.
Exactly. Like, he was a rapper, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, it's just, it fits, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because I remember, I kind of remember back to you figuring out who I was. Because I remember you saying once in the car, I was playing music, and you said, wow, you're so indie. And then later on, I surprised you with the whole other shit, you know?
Because your range of music that you like is really wide.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
My first childhood crush, Steve,
I was gonna ask.
Velma from a pup named Scooby-Doo. Not Scooby-Doo.
The pup.
She kind of lost it as she grew, you know?
Yeah.
You know? But a pup named Scooby-Doo, Velma? Yo. That's my girl. And then it was her. There was, for a while, I thought that Tara Reid was the most beautiful woman in the world, dude. Tara Reid, okay? Now, Tara Reid is the star of Sharknado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough.
At least she's still a star or something.
It's true.
Good for her.
My longest running childhood crush, though, was Kirsten Storms. Does anyone know what she was in?
I recognize that name, but I don't know what I couldn't say.
Couldn't tell you.
Xenon?
Oh,
Girl
yeah.
of the 21st century?
I think so.
Yeah, I have no
'Cause it
idea.
was like
I don't
the
even know what
future.
that is.
Wasn't it Disney Channel?
Yeah, it's, you know what tripped me up on 21st century? This is the 21st century.
Right.
They had high hopes for what we're doing right now, you
Yeah,
know?
because they were like in space and shit.
Yeah, they had like a terraformed craft that they were on, that they lived separate from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, no, that girl was the truth, yo. She was my child. She was like my childhood dream. I thought, and we were like the same age, approximate. So I thought I had an actual chance.
That's how it
you
was
know?
with Zero.
Exactly.
That's Emma Watson, Hermione Granger.
That's
Same
you?
age. I thought
Hell
I had
yeah.
a chance.
Exactly.
I was
when
like,
they're-
woo, I just gotta find her, spit
Exactly.
some Harry Potter knowledge on
Yo!
her. That's in.
Exactly.
There we go.
She'll
That's
love
why,
me.
you know, I was like hardcore researching like holes and everything, and then he like started like trying to do music and shit, and I was like all up on that. Like,
Oh,
I was like,
my
now
God.
I like him as a musician,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Like, I was on that shit, on it, and now I look at him, and I'm just like, he looks exactly the same. He didn't grow.
And you still love him.
No, unfortunately, for him.
Oh, I want to see him now first.
Me
though.
too.
His name is Zero?
No,
Zero
it's
holes?
Khalid. I know it still because
Oh.
I was obsessed.
Starting to get pissed.
Khalid Leon, because he put it together to make Cleo Thomas.
Is it Khalid Leonard?
No, Khalid Leon Thomas.
Oh, I get it.
Boom, there he is, Zero.
This picture is a pretty good picture.
He's not bad looking, but like he's not dreamy by any means, like I thought.
In this picture, he kind of looks like Drake and an alien. mixed
And he
together.
kind of looks like Raymond from When They See Us.
A little bit. I don't know about
He
that.
does have the same kind of like facial structure to me.
You said Emma Watson.
Yeah.
But that had to be like your second or third one, though. Who before that? Kobe.
I didn't have cable till like 8th grade, so you figure. I don't know. I didn't watch that much TV. I
You
played
didn't have cable
outside.
until 8th grade.
Yeah.
So you watching
That's like
2,
2002.
3, 4. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no cartoon. I watched like Power Rangers.
So the Pink Ranger.
Pink
Come
Ranger.
on, dude.
Yeah, the Pink
come on,
Ranger.
come on.
Kimberly, I think her name was. I guess.
You know her name is Kimberly, motherfucker.
I guess.
We-
Or I could have been the weird kid who liked like the Dragon Ball Z girls. You know.
Oh, Bulma? Yo, that was not weird.
That wasn't weird. All right then.
Bulma? Okay, watch. You have like Kimberly, right? Kimberly is your innocent childhood crush.
Right.
The way it goes, dude, Bulma? It's your sexual awakening, dude. You know?
There you go.
Because Dragon Ball Z, fucking Akira Toriyama, it's a horny motherfucker, okay? Dragon Ball proper, he had like Goku like wanting to sleep on balls and boobs and stuff. That show was crazy. Hold on, we have some comments coming in. We have Randall Begins in the comments, says Tara Reid, LOL. Randall says, childhood crush for me was Leah Thompson in Back to the Future. As a kid, I didn't understand why Marty McFly didn't get with Leah Thompson. I literally did not understand the plot, LOL. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Back to the Future.
Really? None of them?
I think I saw it as a kid. Like, I remember knowing about it and seeing it, but I don't remember any of the plot, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I know what it is because it's in the fucking zeitgeist.
Right.
But I don't know shit about it, to be honest. Steve Lightman says, okay, Rock Hudson, Lee Majors, and Greg Evigan. Who are those dudes? Hey, Steve, are you 70? No, my mom's crush right now, for years now, John Travolta, dude, you know?
Now?
Yeah, she doesn't care. She just
has,
He's
like,
looking
such
a little
soft spot for him.
worked up, you know?
yeah, she doesn't care that he is like a wax statue.
Yeah, he's rough.
She still sees him like as the John Travolta in Grease.
In Greece, yeah.
Yeah.
And we went, just yesterday, we went to New Hope where we got married, where Steve was part of our wedding.
Yeah.
And we went to like this retro store called Love Saves the Day on Main Street. And there were like a couple really fun posters of John Travolta that looked like those like high school senior pictures, you know? And
Yeah.
it was totally him at like age 20.
Right.
And Pat hardly even recognized him because like it's been so long. And Pat's still never seen the movie Grease.
You've never seen Greece?
Yeah.
That's like never seen West Side Story.
Isn't that weird?
No, I've seen West Side Story. I've seen
Okay.
West Side Story.
Or like Wizard of Oz. It's just like
Yeah,
a,
it's like a classic. Totally. So I still want to get a hold of that movie like on Amazon or something, and
100%.
totally we have to watch it. He
See
knows
John
all the
Travolta
songs.
bust
I
out
do.
some dance moves.
Hell yeah, he's a good dancer.
I will say this.
I was tripping hard.
Oh, because of this? Yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, I'm not dressed that
Just
way.
so everyone
And I
knows,
thought it
I
was-
pulled up a video of me and Amy that I'm going to play later in the podcast.
Great.
But I think that we need to lay the fuck off of me because of this. Watch. When you're a kid, you don't have like a bucket list of classic movies to watch, right? You know what you do as a kid? You pick a movie and you watch it 176 times. Okay? My movies that I watched over and over on VHS tape, were those shits fucking choppy, was Jurassic Park, Lion King, Little Rascals to a certain extent. What? 101 Dalmatians for sure. But the one I would watch all the fucking time, which is surprising, because as Steve knows, I'm not the biggest sports guy, okay? Little Giants.
Really?
Did
Really?
you guys fuck with the Little
I
Giants?
saw that.
I've seen it.
What was
As
that
an
girl's
ET.
name? Fridge?
ET kid over here.
What?
I watch ET over and over.
E.T.?
And my own baptism video.
That's cute.
I don't remember, but
That
they told me I used to
is
watch
so
my own
funny.
baptism over and over.
I used to love watching
Like,
home
I love this
videos.
story.
This is the greatest story ever. Look at this little.
It's like this main character
Yeah.
has some acting talent.
It's the greatest
That's
baby in the
amazing.
world.
Man, I used to love watching home videos, you know? My favorites, though, weren't even videos. Did either of your parents make slides?
Hell no.
No,
Yo, my dad, hell no, disrespect.
You're old.
My dad,
that's old. That's old school,
Okay,
man.
thank you.
yo, watch this. It's like a mixture
Like the
of,
ones that clicked.
Yeah. But no,
I've never even seen one in real life. I don't
I've
think.
only seen one in a class.
This is a mixture.
History
Before
class.
they said, fuck this, let's get a smartboard.
Yo, smartboards are mad confusing. I once
Remember
wrote
when
on
they
one.
would write on the slides with whiteboard marker?
Yeah.
And then there was, what?
Watch. This is for the time a mixture
can't.
of super old school technology and at the time cutting edge technology. Okay.
I would fuck with that if I had one, for real.
Watch this. My dad, he had like a painting on the wall. Take that shit down, right? A white wall. He had a slide projector, okay?
Like your
Load
classroom.
that shit the fuck up, okay? In the background, he will put on some oldies but goodies, okay? In the background. He would take out a fucking gigantic video camera, tripod that shit up, make a videotape out of the slide and music master.
Aww.
Pretty dope.
He's like
Yeah, he's good with
30
that stuff.
years ahead of his time.
Definitely.
Yep.
He loves, like, it's funny because he like loved the computer and he loved to like make things like that because he would do that, you say.
Yep.
And then when I knew him, he did almost the same thing except with pictures and stuff from
Yeah.
the Corvette Club.
Yo, with the Corvette Club stuff,
He would make so many cool things.
there was one song he would love to put pictures to. He would do that on the computer after a while. He would put Corvette Club pictures to the song by Pink. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. He would
then
fucking love that song,
All the
yo.
old dudes are like, this is hip,
Yeah.
right? And they loved it. That's so fun.
Hell yeah. So we have some more comments coming in. We have Chris Wilkinson says Dragon Ball. Steve Lightman says, hey, those were the huge stars in the 70s when I was growing up. Do you know these guys? Steve's crushes were, well, not this Steve, but Steve Lightman. Rock Hudson, Lee Majors, and Greg Evigan.
I'll have to look them up, though.
Those sound like action stars, you know? Randall says, I've never seen West Side Story, LOL. Dude, you gotta watch Back to the Future just for Christopher Lloyd. I get my Christopher Lloyd, dude, from fucking Taxi. Have you seen Taxi?
A long time ago.
Not recently.
It's classic stuff. Randall says, Icebox! Oh my god, he from Little Giants. I said fridge.
Yep.
No, it's Icebox. That was the girl's name. That was a feminist movie.
The one that I watched over and over again is As You Know, A Bug's Life.
Oh, yeah.
Pixar.
Amy
Good
is a
one.
proponent of Bug's Life.
That's still one of my favorite movies ever.
Amy references Bug's Life and SpongeBob, both collectively, more than any other
It's
pop
so
culture.
awesome. It's about individuality and following your dreams. Everyone, even if everyone thinks your dreams are dumb.
That's
Hello.
true. That's true. Zach says, good afternoon. Hello, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
What's going on, man? Chris Wilkinson says, Jules State, ever since I saw Firefly, became my crush actor Amanda Tapping in SG1. I don't need to flex on you. Oh, that was Chris Wilkinson, yeah. Chris Wilkinson. Chris, I don't mean to flex on you, dude. But I met Jules State, okay?
Oh.
I was in a small bar with Jules State. What the fuck is his name? Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell? He was dressed as a yacht captain. He's the star of Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2, okay?
Wow.
Met in the same bar. What the fuck is his name? Oh, Michael Rooker, who is Merle from The Walking Dead.
Oh.
And Yondu, blue guy with the red mohawk from Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah.
2. That dude, no matter which women were with me from Zenoscope, he would flirt with them so fucking hard. Arms around them. He was a very...
Over the top. Have you met any
Over the
famous
top dude,
people
yeah.
before, Steve?
No.
I
I don't
feel
think I've met Pat. Pat's the most famous person I've ever met.
Yeah.
I don't.
When we
you know.
go to conventions and stuff, I feel like we've come across them, but I don't have like an experience that I can really think of.
I can
It's
think
like,
of ones that
whoa.
you've met.
Yeah, when I try and think of stuff on the spot, it's like nah, not really.
Some sports.
But
Sports
I remember
got.
when like sports stars.
Yeah.
I hope
That
my
counts.
brother will be famous for sports, and then you've met
There we
him.
go. Yeah, I've met him.
But what was I saying? Oh, at Starbucks, like I work at a Starbucks that's in between our place and like the Hamptons. But we know some partners at Starbucks that work in like East Hamptons and South Hamptons and stuff. And this one girl posted that, who was it? It wasn't Danny DeVito, but it was like someone else.
Oh, someone like super famous.
Yeah, came and like
Yeah.
tipped her $10 at her Starbucks.
Hold
And
on.
then,
You met someone famous at Starbucks.
yeah, it was the writer of Girls and the star.
Lena Dunham.
Yeah, Lena
Yeah.
Dunham came in
Yeah.
with her boyfriend at the time at my random, like, in the woods Starbucks right down the street at Medford once, and it was really crazy. I don't have that picture anymore because I just got a new phone.
Yeah.
I just got a new phone and I lost all my pictures, but
It's online though, for sure.
whatever.
You
That's
met
hilarious.
Richard from Lost, you know, Nestor Carbonella.
Yeah, is that
I
when we
wanna
were
do-
walking out that
Yeah.
one time? See, I don't.
That's
really
one thing.
recall.
Oh, dude, I was behind Paul Rudd.
That's cool.
I was behind him, but the security force was crazy. You know, that's one thing. Like at Comic Cons, you always see that kind of shit. Like if you like have a thing like to get into pro areas,
Yeah.
you'll glance to like super high profile celebrities, but once there is anyone else around, they're fucking out.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I saw William Shatner getting into an elevator with like 8 suits, and I tried to get in and like. Get out, you know? What are you doing?
I
This
took
is
a
just
glance,
him.
Yeah, I took a glance and took like some like walk by photos over the people that were waiting who paid to see them of like most of the Walking Dead cast
Yeah.
at San Diego Comic-Con. So that was cool.
That was cool, yeah.
But,
yeah.
Man, I don't know.
My favorite, I'm not sure if I've spoken about this on the podcast before. Xander from Buffy, Nicholas Brendan. Yo, I like spent time with that dude because well, first of all, in a good and bad way, right? One, he was privy to a thing I didn't want him to be privy to, which was the smell of my shit. Okay, but he and I were the only people at this con who were using the green room, right? So I would go there, get some snacks and stuff, and I had already came over to his table, given him books, and told him that I was a big fan of Buffy. It's crazy to meet him here, you know. So he knew that I was a big fan of his, you know. So I was in the green room. He came in, and he was looking around for snacks. He's like, anything good? I was like, nah, you know, this, and this, you know. And then he goes over to the sink where there's nothing there. And he like starts spraying water and like saying, "I might as well start cleaning shit while we're here," you know, and just like starts acting like Xander would, you know, just like goofing around. So that part was fun. And then, I was taking a shit. On the last day there, I was taking a shit in the bathroom right leading up to the green room, and I hear a knock on the door. Okay.
It's a single person bathroom?
Yeah.
The worst.
So I'm in there, you know, cheeks spread. 1 minute, you know. I probably said something so fucking bitch ass, but like occupied, you know.
I usually just go,
Yeah.
here.
Here.
Present.
Yeah.
Fucking, so in my head, I'm like, be anyone but Nicholas Brendan. Be anyone else,
Yeah.
you know. Open the door. It's him standing like nose to the door.
That's the worst.
As soon as the door opens, I know the gust comes out. Okay, the shust. Okay, fuck. But hey,
You're wild.
all right. So
But that's on him though. You shouldn't stand.
Don't
If
stand
someone's
no.
in there, you walk away.
You know?
Do you really want?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you really want to stand face to face with the person and know
That's what I'm.
their smell? You know?
Nicholas, I love your work.
Give him some room.
Give the man some room. Okay?
Give me some doodle room, you know.
Oh, shy.
Give me some doodle
Let
room.
it just be an anonymous smell, you know.
Yeah.
That's, as a plumber, I go in and like you see the face, and then you put the face to the poo on the floor. It's horrible.
Oh,
Dude.
yo! Oh my god,
It's
I have questions.
horrible.
Yeah.
Steve,
Yeah.
I can relate to you in one way. There's a guy that comes into my Starbucks, which will remain nameless for the podcast. He is an older gentleman with a lot of physical disabilities. He fucking comes on one of those handicap buses to Starbucks every day. Except for every day, he goes into our bathroom and pees all over the floor, and I have to clean it up. Or whoever's working like that position
Terrible.
has to clean up his mess, and it's like. Then sometimes I have thought of you before, like, man, Steve's a plumber and stuff, and he like deals with this, and I'm gonna get through this, but this is wild. This is someone's actual job for real. That's only like one thing of what I do every so often amongst all of my coffee shit, but like, wow.
Get the vacuum
And
out.
in
That's
the
what we
face
do.
to the thing, we know it's him.
Right.
And he knows
It makes
we
it
know
different.
it's him.
It makes
you know?
it-
And it's like, and he just, it's because, you know, he's disabled and everything. It's not like he does it to us, but it's like, it's such an awkward thing. So
Yeah.
awkward.
That's embarrassing, man.
Like, a new girl came into the back the other day and goes, hey, looks like someone peed all over the floor. And I go, yeah, that's so-and-so. And she goes, you know who it is? And I'm like, yeah, we all do. Like, it's wild.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That-
Oh, the things that you deal
Yeah.
with at, like, food service and jobs with bathrooms.
I do feel though, and maybe this is ableist, but hey, also true. Personal take, if that were my situation, I wouldn't want to spread my pee around for people to clean up.
But the thing about him
Wow.
though is he's like nice, but like he's like weird. Like the other day, I've been nice to him a couple days, and now he's like, "Hey, come and give me a hug and a kiss on the cheek."
Oh, nope.
Sitting in his chair, you know.
I don't think what I thought anymore. Hey, dude, stay home as you.
Yeah.
Not I would stay home. You guy, stay home.
Yeah.
You don't get to pee and then ask for a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
That's
He's
weird.
like very not chill.
Fuck that. No way. No way.
So that's my experience.
Man. So yeah, talk about being a plumber, man.
Yeah.
Like you recently said to me that the nastiest part about being a plumber isn't the shit, but it's the grease traps.
Yeah, grease
does that
traps. Grease traps in restaurants.
Oh.
When like they clean all their pots and pans, all the grease goes down, and
Yeah.
if it went into the pipes, it would clog the pipes. So
Fuck.
they literally have like maybe 5 feet wide by 4 feet deep, and the water goes through it. And since the grease is lighter, it goes to the top, and the water drains out to the bottom. So when those things fill up, it's literally like 4 feet by 5 feet of solid
Rancid grease.
Like a cube of
rancid grease. And there's trucks that will suck it out, but I work for a small company. It's me and my boss, so we literally get buckets and just scoop it up
That's gnarly.
and scoop it up, and it's
Do you use a
horrendous.
mask or anything like that?
Uh,
Is it bad for you, or is
It's
it
not
just a
bad. It's
smell?
just the worst smell.
'Cause
If
it's
you
food
not to be
product.
weird, but you're right. If you think about your waste
Mm-hmm.
and how like 95% of it's water,
Right.
It's not just like a log sitting in a pipe. It's a whole bunch of water. So it really,
Diluted,
like raw
essentially.
sewage, doesn't smell totally. It stinks, but it's not totally horrendous. Whereas a huge cube of grease is
Collected.
just, and like different places are hard, like more hard. We have like a Mexican place that grease trap is just, it's like half chopped beef and grease. And
Oh, dude.
it's just, that's bad.
Oh my god.
It's a bad one.
Oh my god.
And then the other job you have is fire.
Yeah, fire.
So that's wild.
It's volunteer, so do it when I can. But that's
Do you
That's
prefer
fun.
that one?
of course. If I could have been a paid fireman, I would have done that.
They should pay you no matter what, dude. That's crazy. Like, I know that like
No, you're disgusting. Cover your truth.
the system does depend on you guys volunteering, but I feel like that also kind of like perpetrates not getting paid. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I think everyone should get paid.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous job, and
I think that I don't know if this is stupid to say, but like our taxes go to a bunch of different things. Like I feel like you should, at least you, because I know you and you're a good guy and you do the volunteer work, you know, to help people and stuff, you should get a little like benefit check.
there's
sort of thing, you know? Like,
I
thanks
think
for what you do.
100%.
there's a little pension system
Okay.
when you do get older.
That's cool.
It amounts to a couple hundred. It will be a couple $100 a month as long as you put in your
You
time.
guys deserve more than that shit, though. I mean, like, Long Island cops get paid so much.
Yes.
Like, how about you cut that shit literally in half and give that half to you guys? You know, that's what I think.
I would agree with
Then
you
the cops
because
would just turn into the murderers.
with all the research and stuff coming out about firefighting and how dangerous it is over like prolonged firefighting,
Hey, wait a
cancer and stuff like that.
What research needed to be done? Okay, come on.
Yeah, I mean now they actually have it down.
Well, 'cause
Like
before
you
it was
wear hoods. Whenever you go on a fire, you have a hood
Yeah.
under your helmet, and it just has your face exposed. And they said nobody ever realized it, but that's one of the most contaminated pieces. And every call, you put it around your neck. So there was like a very prevalent like throat cancer, neck cancer,
'Cause of, like,
and
carcinogens
firefighters
and
because
stuff?
the carcinogens in the hood, and then it's
Seeping
getting
into
in,
your skin.
seeping into your skin.
Does that make you want to stop?
And of course, you're
No.
sweating your ass off because
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
really hot, so it's mixing all up.
It doesn't make you want to stop.
No.
So
At least they're learning that so that they can do things to prevent.
Yeah, now they
and
put
fix
things
it.
like after every fire you wash it. You should have two, so that you can interchangeably use them.
okay.
I'm like
phone gets dirty.
scouring at your neck to see if
Yeah, check it
there's
out.
anything going on, but you look pretty clear so far.
So far, so
Freshly
good.
shaven neck.
So
you know?
far, so good.
Yeah.
Now, why do you fight fires?
For just personally, it's makes me feel decent. I'm helping people out, but also, not gonna lie, it's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
I think you have to have a certain want for that, like adrenaline and daredevil type.
Yeah.
Like,
And I never would have thought I was that
Yeah.
person. I'm a very laid back, calm. But then, at first, I was hesitant, and then I got into it, and that was it.
This is the one part of your life where that daredevil manifests.
Is there
Yeah.
like a switch? Like when the alarm goes off, do you feel
Oh,
like a
yeah.
certain moment when you're like, all right, it's go time?
If it sounds like it's a fire, there's a switch. If you've ever been in like a high pressure situation where it's like you're just reacting and you could almost watch yourself doing everything and
It's like fight or flight, but you choose
Right,
fight.
right.
Because, yeah.
and then you get outside and you see this house that's burnt up and you say, "The fuck was I doing? Like this is,
You were
look
in
at
there,
that
dude.
After the
stupid
fact,
house.
yeah.
Yeah,
You were in
it's
there.
burnt to crisp, and I went into that.
Right in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've known the daredevil part of you, but I never really thought it doesn't apply elsewhere in your life at all.
No, I'm always cautious.
You're
Like,
dude, I
the
remember
good kid, you know.
you were gonna be the first of our friend group to get a hand job, right?
Yeah.
And we were all in a house together. Your girl at the time was waiting upstairs, told you, "Come up here. I'm here waiting for you. I'm not coming down.
So
You
know
come
what's
here."
gonna happen, bro.
And you just play video games with us.
But I felt awkward about that. That was a little
felt
bit
awkward
awkward
about that.
situation.
Well, yeah, because we were in her family's house, hanging out for their
Playing
family.
video games with their brother.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit
He
of
knew about it though, He was encouraging you. Let
it. Which makes it more weird,
me tell you
right?
something.
Aw, Steve is too good of a guy. He's like, no thanks.
No, yeah. If Amy's brother was encouraging me, first of all, wouldn't be surprised,
It's different ages, too. It's a little bit...
That's true. How old were you? Like 13, probably?
No, a little bit older than that, I think.
15 at the most, dude.
I think it is like 8th, 9th grade in that time frame.
Yeah, it's probably 14, 15. I remember, you remember our first time meeting?
Yes.
Where was it?
At church.
Yes, it was the locking.
Holy boys.
Yeah,
Every terrible thing I did in my life, I did it with the kids I met at church.
With the church group.
Oh, yeah, just so the world knows. Can I say this?
Sure.
What is it?
I'm going to...
Yeah, you made it this far.
He's like, can I
So.
say this?
I want to tie the hand job that you didn't get to you talking about things that you've done at church.
Hopefully my family doesn't watch
Oh, the
this.
way you are.
I mean, I can just leave it there, right? Like,
Yeah, you could just leave it there.
But yeah, I remember that first lock-in. I was brought there by my friend Fat Matt Adma, and first of all, that's just what he was called then, and I say it like as a joke now because Matt Adma is like an in shape ass dude.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Good for
We
him.
had a friend in middle school that we called Fat Phil. And I recently found him on Facebook, like friends you might know or something. And yeah, he's super skinny now too.
That's awesome.
And his name was Fat Phil.
Yeah.
And he was like, whatever. He was a big teddy.
I've been called Fat Pat before. You can't have if you have a name that rhymes with cat, you have to be skinny or it's a fucking rap for you.
Yeah.
That's true.
But so yeah, Matt took me to the youth group lock-in. And
How is he? His family? Like, how is he associated? Sorry. Like, in church.
I think he used to go to that church, and very briefly.
Okay.
Because at that
He
lock-in,
said he doesn't even go.
yeah, it's true. Like he is like
He brought you there, but he didn't go
He
there.
wasn't like a standard. Like, there was like standard,
Right.
Like
big
staples.
families.
Exactly,
And,
yeah.
and things like that.
there was like he was a tangential part of the church.
Right.
Like we had. It was me, you, Brian Aranda, Steve Aranda. I met Steve there,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but this is not even funny. This is just a weird thing that I want to throw out there. Just Steve Aranda told me he confessed this and felt bad about it years later. And Steve Aranda is a mutual friend of ours. He told me that when he met me at that lock-in, for months, he thought that I had Down syndrome. He did.
Dude, that reminds me of when Holly comes to the office.
Oh,
and
Kevin.
Dwight tricks her into thinking that
Yeah.
Kevin is mentally challenged.
Yeah. That's how it was. Except no one told him that. He came to the conclusion. He thought he told me that he thought a regular person couldn't be that happy. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know I was that happy. You know?
He looked at you and
You
said,
have to be special because you're too happy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Steve became one of my best friends, you know, and
that's fucking hilarious.
I wasn't even mad when he told me that. I was just like, I thought I was like an emo kid, you know? I didn't know I was that happy. But at that lock-in, do you remember who I had a crush on at that point?
At that point, was it Christina?
No, it was that girl Anne Marie. Remember her?
She's in my grade.
She was the Wiccan who went on top of the church roof that one time.
Is that
I
the
don't
one that just
remember
dated
that.
you? That you walked home a couple times?
Yeah.
How
But
dare she?
that made me start walking home, and that led me to I would cross the junior high school as a high school kid. And can you paint the picture of our first out of church interaction?
Yeah, I could. I got out of school. I was in middle school, and I was hanging out on the street, probably doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And I just happened to look across the street, and in front of the Jamaican beef patty deli,
Fuck yeah.
there's this guy Pat who I met once in a lock-in. So again, you're 13, 14. I try and call out to him,
Yeah.
and at this point in my life, my voice cracked a lot.
The most bitch ass voice here.
I could do weird. Remember, I could do the like.
Oh,
It was something, but it was
It
so
was something.
horrible.
that's like his battle cry.
Yeah, it was my battle cry, and
He was he proudly yelled it. That's
Yeah,
so I yelled out to Pat, "Hey, Pat!"
Yep.
Just like that. And
Yep.
he came over and we shook hands, and that was it.
The rest is history.
It's true. Best of
Wow.
boys, you know.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that means that was the year 2001.
Yeah.
I want to literally draw a picture of you two as comic characters on each side of the street. And then just going, hey, Pat!
You should.
Yeah, it would be funny.
That means I met you as the towers fell down, you know.
Yeah, probably
Like
a
that
little bit
lock-in
later than that.
was there was a 9/11 dedication at the lock-in. That's crazy.
but yeah.
That's wow. I've known you for fucking almost 20 years.
Getting
2
there.
decades.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. We've been through a lot together too, you know.
Everything.
Like, there's a time where Steve and I liked the same girl every time. Oh, let me start to roast you a little bit, okay? So, Steve and I had just come off liking Rachel together. You know?
Okay.
I liked Christina for a while, and you were fine. You weren't into that, you know. You liked Charlotte. I just saw Charlotte as a friend. We were getting into a good mode, you know. Then, dude. Then Matt Monterulli started bringing his sister Laura around. His edgy, dark sister Laura, who would fucking come to church, her blonde hair dyed green and blue and red, who's now one of our best friends. But back then, she was a force of punk rock nature to us. You know, she shook up, you know, the life of
That
the
reminds
youth
me
group.
of
First
Eternal
Presbyterian
Sunshine.
Church.
She was much like her, but as a 14-year-old girl, you know? Yo.
Have you seen that movie?
Which one was
Eternal
it?
Sunshine of the Spotless
No,
Mind.
my
Really?
sister loved that movie,
You
but I
love
never
that
got
movie.
into it.
The
That
girl
movie's
in
very
that
you.
movie is a lot, reminds me of Laura.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta
Like
check
when
it out.
she was 14.
Yeah.
Because she's very like wild and different hair colored and just dark.
Right.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you something. I told Steve in school, because at this point, you were in 9th grade, and I was in 11th grade. We were in the same school, rocking it out together, you know? Man, you all, we like went through emotional shit together in school, too. I remember coming out of first period class, and you would be the class to come into there afterwards. I remember coming out, and you were in the hall, and you told me that our youth leader, Julie, died.
Yeah.
I left that class, you know?
Yeah.
And you just soldiered on. I went home, man. I was
Aw.
fucked up. No, but yeah, it was cool to have you in school there, because like at that point, I had friends in school, but I didn't have people I wanted to hang out with outside of school, you know. So that was.
Remember when we
cool.
protested Bush?
Fuck yeah,
the
man.
Bush election.
Yeah, man.
And I was in the ROTC, and the teacher made me stand up in front of class because I had the Eminem lyrics on my shirt.
Yeah.
He's like, "What is that for?" And I was
Yep.
like, "Oh, you know, this is how I feel."
You came around last minute too. At first, you were
Yeah.
undecided, and then the day of the election, the night before, you made that Bush shirt. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck yeah. But let's go back to roasting you though. You know.
Trying to keep us off that. Come on.
Off
good
the bonding
times,
moments
yeah.
and onto the quarrels here.
Yeah. So I remember telling you in front of your locker that I liked Laura,
Yep.
and you were like that goth girl.
Yeah, like F that S.
Yeah, you said something like that. You know, like you couldn't believe it, and then.
Like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, like a week later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe less.
Yeah, like a few days later, you know?
2 weeks later.
I was hanging out, and the way that you did it was so fun. It's like, looking back, it's so disrespectful. It's fucking hilarious. So,
14-year-olds.
me, you, and her brother Matt, right, were playing pool. And, I had just filled out one of those like MySpace surveys like, do you like anybody? And I was clearly making Laura knew that I liked her there, you know?
Yeah.
So Laura called Matt, and Matt had her on his little flip phone,
Flip phone,
his
yeah.
like little 2002 flip phone.
LG, man.
Yeah, man.
Everyone
Oh,
has that
shit.
phone.
Yep.
I think I still have one at
Pre-text and
home.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He was talking to Laura, and he's like, oh, because he knew that I liked Laura, and he didn't know what Laura was telling him. So Laura wanted Matt right in front of me playing pool with you to ask you if you like her, and you said, tell her yeah, you know.
Before you even told him.
Yeah, yo.
Is that when you decided you liked her? When she wanted to know? Or was it before? Like, did you just decide, like, oh,
That's a good question.
you know what? Yes.
You know, I think, as was customary at the time, we were AIM chatting a little bit.
Oh.
And I think it went down in the AIM messages a little bit.
Gotcha.
And then, I don't know, it was 14. It's a weird,
On the
confusing
Yeah.
time, you know?
It's like this. Like now, if you look
Tell her yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If you look at who you follow on Instagram, it's no surprise that you would have gone for the edgy girl, you know? But at that point, I was like, but he made fun of me for wanting to be with her. Now he's saying that he likes
Didn't
her
it all
too.
make sense, though? He didn't
No,
want-
it made no sense
Nope.
to Pat.
He was baffled, but he didn't know the way.
I was pissed. I
Pat was ready to fight. He was
Chew
trying to throw down.
out Steve's fucking asshole.
He was ready to throw down.
We played. I
He
don't
said,
know.
Steve, you hurt my feelings.
I don't know why you kept playing, but like we were playing.
We were playing pool, and he was trying to hit me with pool ball.
We're playing pool?
Trying to make them fly off the table.
I was yelling. I was saying, "Bah!" You know.
Is that how you got that trick? He does that a lot.
Probably.
Anyways,
probably
yeah,
happened
but it's
there.
like when you're too excited, it bounces.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
right off
why?
the table.
Yeah. So yeah. No. Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, that happened to us a lot though. You know, like we had like sagas.
Oh
over
yeah,
that,
we've
you know?
we've always had sagas.
And then you and I bonded together when you and Laura broke up. And then one day I was out to the mall with Miles and Laura, and Miles knew that I liked Laura, right? Like, and I was like, Steve's out the picture, you know. It's my time
I
to
got
shine,
this dude out the
bitch,
game.
you know?
I'm in.
Fucking we're at Urban Outfitters. I'm looking at the little gift books and shit. I'm like, where's Miles and Laura? You know, where's Miles and Laura? I looked to the couch. I see them share a kiss on the couch, motherfucker. Who do I call?
Steve.
I call fucking Steve. I'm like, let's ride. Yo, the next day for Miles at college, at high school, was fucked up. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what we did, but I remember like making it a point, like,
Oh, yeah.
fuck this dude
Yeah.
Fuck this.
for Pat.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We Good times though, you know.
Always good times. Always good times.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of them all. What about Triennium?
Oh my
Even
God.
younger. That was before that, right?
Triennium. Yeah, Triennium.
I think that was
like
2002.
That was when you and Laura had first started dating, and when I had forgiven you.
Right.
So that I think it'd be pretty quick though, huh?
Probably a week or two.
Yeah, I was like,
probably a week or two.
Yeah, I just accepted my nut, you know. But at that point, I don't know why, but I always remember I was so excited for the trip, and as soon as we left, Rachel was so fucking mad at me.
Oh, we were talking about this like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
I thought I figured out why, you know. I thought as a young boy, don't cancel me, okay? I was like 16, okay? I was young. I was to the point where I almost didn't make it age-wise, because they had like the youth group and then the youth leaders, and like Scott was like going as a youth leader, right? And for some reason I almost just didn't make it.
Right.
And I made it in, but I was still young, so forgive me. I think I might have said something fucked up as a joke, you know, and I think that Rachel might have gotten offended or some shit, you know. And the whole trip, I was like racing to figure out why that shit had happened. Like, what did I say? I don't know, you know. But like looking back, we created so much drama for ourselves, you know. Like, remember the Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Steve, Matt, Monterulli, and I created a group within the church group called the Brotherhood.
To overthrow like the.
Sounds a little racist.
Oh my God! She's trying to get us canceled.
No, I'm just saying, doesn't it? Isn't that?
Maybe. But no, it wasn't racist though. It was that Matt. It was pretty much Matt's like push. Matt thought
It was just like a frat thing.
Yeah, well, Matt thought that like a few of the kids in the youth group and the youth council who were like making the shots, he didn't like the current leadership.
Right. So he was created a rebellion with the younger
shit,
kids.
You know?
Yeah.
So he had the younger kids come up. It was like this. You
It
know?
worked. Yeah, it worked perfectly.
It's like what my dad did. My dad joined the Corvette Club, and he was like, "You think that we're just gonna go here and show our cars and eat food like old men? Nah, bitch, we racing."
Mm-hmm.
So he made his little group who wanted to race, and they had beef for years with the people who didn't want to race. Like, race, you know?
Yeah.
I'm old. And my dad was like, "Bitch, we're racing," you know? So that was us and the Brotherhood, you know?
Yeah, I forgot about the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Nice.
And what?
Wisnowskinator,
Oh, the Wisnowskinator.
the Shan Man,
The Sham Man.
You guys
and
had names, huh?
Matt Mom.
Matt Mom. Yeah.
We had
Yeah,
code names.
Oh.
And
We had like you had to sign a contract to get in.
we had applications. to get into.
Applications.
Oh, wow.
Like, I remember Steve Randon tried to get in, and we denied his application.
Yeah.
You denied his application?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucked up. Dwayne tried to get in. We let him in because he was young.
For some
you know?
of the Ilbert.
Yeah, the Elm. My God, you have a good memory.
For the stupid stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you remember what you did to my body in our meeting prepping for Triennium?
Yeah, I you must have done something to me. I retaliated by like making this weird pinching
A little claw, yeah.
claw, and I just dug it in like right under his ribs, and I pinched, and when I pulled back, I felt something inside him like snap back into his body, and I was like. And he said it was the weirdest feeling in the world.
Intestine, yeah.
It was like I grabbed his intestine. It was the weirdest thing. I just was like, yeah, and I felt it snap back in like.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, I don't know. It hurt. I was like,
And every time after you would put in,
I would threaten you with it. Yeah. Don't make me grab your intestine.
Oh my god, you guys.
man,
You are
That's-
so funny to both of you. Wow.
that's good times, man. Yeah. So
My goal of keeping Pat off roasting me is working. By the way, just
It hasn't been
celebrating
too
the
bad,
good
right?
times. Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been
Just
too
keep
bad.
reminding you
Except
of
for
all
when
the
he
great
stole all your
things.
chicks.
yeah, he really.
No?
He
Yeah,
was-
but we worked it out. We figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like since we both began like seriously dating people, like I'd say that Laura was like your first serious girlfriend. Like you and Rachel was some hand holding ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Okay, and like that was just young stuff. You and Laura started as young stuff, but then you got like a bit more serious, you know. And then Ariana was probably like your first serious girlfriend, like first consistently serious girlfriend. Like you went to like life events with her and stuff, like prom and shit.
Right.
And ever since then, we haven't fucking
I think. Go ahead.
tread on one another. Like we've been that like fucking like bitch ass snake flag, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tread on.
Yeah.
But we were far enough apart, I think, you know.
That's
think
what
that's
I was
why?
gonna say.
We're not. Yeah. I think we're not butting heads. Like we're not hanging out with the same 3 girls. So
That's true. That's
It's
true.
not far
you know,
apart
you're
like,
out.
emotionally, but it's far apart enough to where you have different social circles. So you just picked from your own social circles. It like didn't overlap.
It's true because you know what? It's true.
there's like a 33% chance we'd like the same girl in growing up. You know
That's
what I
very
mean?
true. That's very. I feel like basically, because Steve and I have a group chat too with our friend Twan. We're like,
You've
well,
also been on the podcast.
yeah, he was on episode 40.
Which I never answer.
Yeah, you're not the best in the fucking group chat, okay? But the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so we'll talk about girls in the group chat. Your taste in girls has moved somewhat further apart from mine in years, but I'm trying to think. We haven't had. I don't think we would have had any conflicts over like who each of us were dating. I'd say I remember though. I fucking remember one time when I was talking to Rachel, right? And when I told her that. When I told Rachel that you were dating Danielle Holloway, who was a girl that I had introduced you to, she said to me, "Oh, Pat," you know, like she assumed. She just assumed what had happened, and I was like, "No, it wasn't like that at all." You know, like that happened because I brought you to like to film sets and stuff. You know.
Yeah, and you kind of pushed that.
Yeah.
Not that you pushed it on me, but like you kind of were the creator of that relationship, I would say.
I was probably the creator of a few of your relationships, you know? Like, if you look
Maybe.
back to Ariana, your first major relationship, I was an aim pulling strings, okay? I was aiming that shit up, okay?
Behind the scenes, thank you.
Yep.
A little Cupid action.
Absolutely, yeah. I also tried to aim up you in Charlotte. Didn't work. I'm very sorry. You know? But yeah, it was meant to be.
Teenage years, you know, what are you going to do?
It's good times.
Yeah.
It's good times. But all right, let's get into this roast.
He didn't need your help to find his fiance. Okay.
That's true. Yeah. Where'd you meet her?
In the firehouse, guy in the firehouse, his baby mama is from DR, and Glory is her best friend. So we
Yeah.
have the annual dinner, and they were talking with her. Her name's Jen. She wanted her best friend to go, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sure we could find somebody." And I just happened to walk by, so they were like, "Steve, are you going to the dinner?" And I was like, "Nah." Like, well, would you take this girl? Would you go? And I was like,
So that her friend can go too.
"Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah. That
And,
casual.
that casual. And then we met, and they put us on blast in the first night, because we stay at a hotel. You drink, and you stay at a hotel. So we're hanging out with them, and they go under the covers of their bed and just start throwing clothes out.
Oh.
So
like
we're
a
like,
cartoon.
yeah, like a cartoon.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, I guess you guys gotta go to bed now,
Yeah.
like, and get out of the room. So we're like, I'm just like sweating. I'm like, here's this girl I met for a day, and you know me. Like, I had to bring her back to the room, and it was like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
So we got to go back to the hotel room and sleep in the same bed like strangers.
Yeah.
And we did. And then,
Wait, hold on. That's night one, yeah?
yeah, that's the very
You
first
just
day I met. Yeah.
Just sleep?
Yeah, just slept.
Kissed at all?
No.
Okay.
I just gave her room. I felt totally bad for her, and like God, she's with this strange guy she barely knows.
Because she was supposed to stay in
yeah.
the room with her friend.
I think that's what she was angling for.
Right.
And they were like,
Right.
nope.
So you felt as if her friend had abandoned her.
Yeah, just put like
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of pressure on her. So.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa. And then we just stayed texting back and forth. And then about a month later, she came back and we like hit it off.
Oh, so that first night was like a
It
bit
was just
awkward.
Awkward and
And then you like
crazy.
found out who
But
she was via text.
Right.
I
Then we-
got
She
you,
still
got you.
probably
We were-
thought you were really nice because you were respectful and stuff.
That's true.
And like,
Exactly.
she knows what you look like in person already, so it's not like online dating in a way where it's like, oh, I don't really actually know what you look like. I've just seen pictures of you. Like, she actually met you and spent a night with you, so that's cool because then when she's texting you, she's way more comfortable
Right.
sharing things about herself and shit.
Right.
So that works out
And
nice.
it was also funny because, you know, at the firehouse, which was how she knew me, it's like, I don't want to say you put on a persona, but, you know, you're a fireman. You're this big, tough,
You're like in the firehouse.
you're a big, tough guy, you know, fuck that, we could do anything.
Yeah.
And then when she came and lived with me for a couple months, she's like, this is who you are? Like, I had no
It's just a
idea,
different
like,
mood.
you're this, this person.
Yeah.
I always thought you're this big, tough guy, and you're like really just a soft, squishy,
Like I was talking about the switch.
nice guy.
It's
Yeah.
almost like a smaller switch when you walk in the
that's
door.
true.
Yeah, totally.
And she's like, I thought I was with this tough, crazy guy, and you're really just this soft, nice.
It's fun though
Tiny
that
guy.
you can be both.
Yeah.
Because with your friends and stuff, you get to be that guy, and then exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have different modes here, it's,
We were just talking about that, how like making fun with your guy friends is different because like I don't make fun with my girlfriends as much.
oh, yeah, because, we listened to this podcast, Congratulations with Chris D'Elia, and, he had this bit where he was saying that when he's out with guys and girls, when he's, like, making fun of his guy friends, he can't do it as much because the girls will think that he's, like, going too hard, like, oh, don't bully him, and he's like, girls don't do that.
Right.
And I was like, Amy, is that true? Because, like, I do that to Amy, but I don't really do that to many other girls, And Amy, you said that you don't really do it to your girlfriend.
Yeah, like it never comes across my mind when I'm like hanging out with my like best girlfriends to like poke fun, whereas at work and stuff with the guys I get along with, that's fun for us.
Right.
Just to
Yeah.
make fun back and forth for whatever reason. And I think it just goes back to me like having 4 brothers and how my dad is and everything. It's just a different situation. Like if I all of a sudden decided out of nowhere to like start making fun of like Cassie or something
Yeah.
for whatever reason, she'd be like, "What are you talking
Yeah.
about? Like, what
Yeah.
the hell? Why do you
Yeah.
mean?" Like, and then I'd maybe be like, "Yeah, I'm sorry," Like,
Right. I actually felt bad 2 nights ago because Amy had a friend over who mentioned this new Nicki Minaj song, Megatron. And I said it sounds like shitty Anaconda. Like she just did the same
Yeah.
song again, but bad, right? And, like, the girl didn't reply, was quiet for a little bit, and then said something about liking the song. And I was like, that made me think of that, It's like, she didn't, like, roast me back or anything, or she didn't
She
be
didn't
like...
take it as like she took it personally. She didn't
Exactly.
take it
Yeah.
as like
Like, if
Like
you
it-
play me a
And I do
song...
that too, and like at work and stuff, I always
Yeah.
like take things personally, even when they shouldn't be, and it's just like a comment. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It just like depends on who you are.
Yeah, I mean, I do, like, if you play me a song and I don't like it and I roast it, you're fine with that,
Yeah.
But, like, yes, Steve, if you play me a song, I'll be like, dude, this sucks.
usually say this sucks.
Oh, man, you played me, you introduced me
He's like, I'm
to
familiar with that.
Yeah.
21 Pilots.
Oh,
I was like, Steve, this is garbage music.
I liked it at the time.
Yeah.
At the time,
What do you think now?
garbage.
I hate that dude has, like, just tattooed his entire arm black. It looks like he's wearing, like, spandex, and he's so skinny, and he, like, fake raps. It's like, you're doing rock rap now?
Yeah.
Fix it, Don't do that. Like, pick your genre, okay, and do it right. Like, don't do that, like...
Well, rock is so weird now.
Yeah,
Like,
rock's
as
kind
a-
of fucked up,
in
yeah.
general. It's just
Rock needs to get their shit together.
it's like country is like the new rock, right? Like popular rock is like country
I
music.
guess,
think?
yeah, because anyone who's listening to rock...
There's like
still,
country
yeah.
rock, yes.
Yeah, I like country, but I think that's because
You are a
there's,
country ass dude.
there's
I do too,
no
actually.
rock.
I know.
There's no good like alternative. It's weird.
Hold on, wait. As a country appreciator, do you like the Lil Nas X song?
I don't mind it.
Take my horse down the Old Town Road. We're gonna ride till we can't no more. We have an Old Town Road here. Every time I drive down it, I'm like, I'm gonna take my cat down the Old Town Road. We're gonna ride to the vet. It's so expensive, you know?
Yeah. I have no issue with them.
But let's get to this roast, okay? So,
If we must.
I want to list a few things that you've done, okay? Recently. We'll just do recent shit. And I want you to explain why it's not either stupid or fucked up, okay?
Like, can I just say I'm like, coming into this, I was like the kid who failed the test, who has to go home to their parents and show them the test grade.
He's like, explain this.
Yeah,
F.
could you explain this F? And it's just like, I fucked up.
I'll give you a positive to start with. Playing Pokemon Go together
Okay.
has helped you text back better.
Okay.
That's where we'll start, okay?
Thanks, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
It's so funny. He's scrolling through your texts, and like
It's just
super
Pokemon.
fast, yeah. And all I see is screenshots
Of
of
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
It's because I have so many questions for Pat. He's got all
and
the
he has
answers.
all the answers. Dead ass.
So far, I've seen mostly Pokemon and a few ass cheeks in our text
It's a little
Some
more
of them
than
yours.
ass cheeks. Slightly.
I'm sorry for that, by the way.
Yeah, that was terrible.
You know, but he made me do it.
Oh yeah, Steve is the guy who I sent a picture of the goat to. Okay, why did I forget why I did that.
Oh,
I know
You're
why.
you.
I forget.
You redeemed yourself. You redeemed beautifully. You redeemed today.
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
it's a Pokemon Go reason.
Yeah.
So-
I didn't know. I'm oblivious to the Pokemon Go
Steve
rules.
didn't know that Kangaskhan is one of the rarest Pokemon in the game because Steve has a friend on his friends list in Asia, which is
Taiwan.
the only place where you can get Kangaskhan. And he happened to hatch three eggs that made Kangaskhan come out.
And Steve's like, oh, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, and Steve just transferred them.
Transfer.
Yeah.
I'll keep one.
So, transferred the Kangaskhan's. And then Steve and I were talking, and Steve goes, "Oh, do you have all the original 150?" I said, "Yeah, except Mewtwo from the raids, and except Kangaskhan, obviously." So he's like, "Oh, I have Kangaskhan." And then later on, he said, "I've had 3." I'm like, "What the fuck?" So then I was like, "This motherfucker had the chance to trade me Kangaskhan, to have 3 Kangaskhan." So what I did was, I gave Amy my phone, I pulled down my pants, I pulled my vagina through the back of my legs, right? I set up my stuff.
It had to take a while. It was perfectly
Perfectly
placed.
positioned.
It didn't just like.
I bet he practices
He didn't
in
just
the shower every
slap
day.
it down and take a picture.
No,
You
no.
could tell.
Yeah,
You could tell.
I posed backwards,
finesse.
I gave him that little ass shot, and I sent it to him. I bombed him with the goat. And if you don't know what the goat is, look up on Google the goat waiting. Mine's probably one of the best executed goat pictures of all time.
It's up there.
Upload it to the Google files then.
No, I deleted it.
I still have it.
I'm a little embarrassed.
Steve still has it.
I'm a little embarrassed, but I don't regret it.
Steve's
Okay?
uploading it to the cloud right
I'm
now.
gonna put it on my camera.
Yep.
Did your wife see it?
No.
Thank God. Poor woman.
She knows. I think I asked her. I was like, "You want to see a gross picture?" And she's like, "No."
Thank you.
Good job. She's smart.
She
Thank you to
knows.
her.
She's like, "Who's it from?" I was like, "Pat." She's like, "No."
Oh, wow.
Nice. She knows.
She knew.
Wow,
She
wow,
knows.
I
Your
mean, I set it
nasty
up. I was
ass.
like, "Do you want?"
So,
He's like, are you sure?
let's get back to the offense. You've offended.
Yeah.
You've trespassed against me, okay? But this is... all right, so Catholics say, forgive us our trespassers, and who trespass against us.
Yes.
The Presbyterians, which is the church that Steve and I went to, say, forgive us our debtors. We have some fucking debts to settle, you Presbyterian, okay?
You
Check
forgive
this.
me.
You told my mom that you're going to fix her faucet, okay?
Yes.
For 3 months, every time I would go over, she'd ask, when you're going to fix the faucet. I said, just give him a call. I did, she said. Left him a voicemail, she said. So I was like, let me hit him up. I sent you a boomerang
Of the dripping faucet.
And didn't get a reply. I began to text you more and more and more. In fact, let me see if I can get the screenshot. It's only the eat my ass part. So I texted you over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
No response for about 2 weeks. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was starting to get worried, you know? And then one day, I texted you probably 300 times.
Yeah.
I texted you the phrase, eat my unwiped asshole. 300 times probably.
It took up like
Disgusting.
a lot of the screen. Like it took up the whole screen, but a lot of screen.
You just scroll.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember what you replied to finally that I knew you were alive?
That I was away.
Yeah. So listen. The thoughtiest reply of all time. I was in the DR. You should have Snapchatted me. What? Hey, Steve, what year were you born?
89.
89. Oh, wait a second. You are a 22-year-old woman?
Well, I was
Hey,
just.
Steve, are you an Instagram influencer?
No, I'm none of those things.
So, hey, say your dad has an emergency. Say my mom needs her faucet fixed, okay? Could they hit you up on Snapchat to say, hey, home
No.
emergency? No. So, what would happen if, say, your dad, right? He wakes up, floors turn to lava, you know? Or house is on fire, okay?
His son's a fireman.
It's true. Oh, the irony. Wow. The house is burned down.
Yeah.
Dad, emotionally devastated. He's back at
He
home.
would be so happy, by the way.
Just pretend.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. What's important to your dad?
Family.
Oh, wait. All right.
His mother.
Oh, wait a second. How's your dad on your brother?
Good. What do you mean?
Does he love him?
Of course.
Okay. Say this. Your
Does he love
dad.
him?
Your dad goes to call
He
you.
hates him.
Your shit goes to voicemail. Okay.
Yeah.
Steve, your brother Tommy's been kidnapped. The only way to get him back is for all of us to be here.
Okay.
Tommy's gone forever. Because of you!
There's
know?
the emergency contact list.
What do you mean?
Glory's phone. He could have called. And
Oh,
I was with her dad. I left a whole bunch of numbers.
That's
House
not
phones.
for you.
Yeah.
You didn't get the emergency contact
You
list.
didn't get that.
Well,
But not. There was just a lot going on that February time. My girlfriend had to go back because her visa time was up, and I had to figure out how I was getting time off from work to go there. And super stressful. I was going through a lot of shit, and then as you said, I'm terrible with text, and I had this. I'm at work. I got shit on my hands. My phone buzzes.
actual shit, yeah.
And I look at it, and the text message comes up, and I'm like, oh, I gotta text that person back. And
That's
then
what I wanted to ask you.
I
Yeah.
never do, and then like 3 days later, they're like, yo, asshole. I texted you this important question. It's 3 days later. I saw that you read it, and
Read receipts,
What?
you know?
what
hold on.
the hell?
They couldn't have seen that you've read it because you're the only person I speak to who has your read receipts off.
Do I really?
You sure do. Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
Motherfucker. See, that would have helped me while you were away.
Yeah. And I know I said Snapchat, but I meant I had Wi-Fi in places.
Oh, like Instagram, which you haven't used since 2017?
Yeah. Exactly.
Would have buzzed.
Yeah, it's true.
Try harder
Try harder.
to get a hold of him.
Oh, I think I tried.
No, you did.
So that's the reason that you're bad at text is because you...
Most of the time.
Okay.
I look at it, put my phone down, and just forget.
So say, do you ever pick up the phone, look at a text that you saw while you couldn't answer, and do you ever think it's been too long to reply now?
Sometimes.
I knew it. That's such a fucking good thing to do.
I've gone
I knew
too
it.
far.
I did that too.
You do? Mm-hmm. Really?
Like, if you
I
go
feel like you're
too
pretty good
far,
at responding.
I've gone
To
too
you.
far. What do you do now?
Yeah.
Just like
It's like
casually get
conversation
back
has
into
expired,
it? Yeah. Just be like, oh, hey.
Do you ever say, sorry I missed your text?
No, never.
Though, there are some texts I don't reply to, you know, there are some messages I don't reply to, but those are mostly the ones like trying to ask me for shit, you know? But, okay.
Listen, you see my organizational skills. That was one of the funniest things I laughed at when I sent you that picture. Because I was I was laying in my bed and rolled over like, this is my plan for the year. And it was expert.
In contrast to my plans, it's pretty crazy, you know? My
Pat is so organized.
my to-do document.
He's almost anal retentive.
So, yeah, Pat sent me his daily. It was like a week from Tuesday plan, and it was like paragraphs of stuff.
By the hour, right?
Yeah.
By the hour of what he had to do next Tuesday. So I was like, and he was trying to plan hanging out with me. I was like, dude, like my schedule does, and my mind just doesn't work like that. And I was laying in bed, and I have like a whiteboard calendar hanging on the wall that had fallen down. It was completely blank and had dirty laundry like hanging on it. And I was like, bro, this is my yearly plan. And I took a picture of that and sent it to him. And I was like, that's how my life is compared to how organized your life is.
That's how my life would be if I didn't live with Pat. So.
Yeah. You both are pretty similar. Oh my God, I've married my best friend.
Best friend.
Yeah, that's how it works.
You've done a pretty good job rebutting. I'll say that.
Just trying to keep you off topic. Keep you on your toes.
It's been a pretty long podcast so far. I didn't even mention this. This is our landmark 50th episode.
I'm honored.
We're still recording 49 on Monday or Tuesday. I'm thinking Tuesday. But this is our landmark 50th, just because we've talked about you on the podcast so much.
Lord.
We've been trying to get you here, you know. It's been a struggle to get you here. But I'll say this. I'll rebut against myself for you here. Nice. We do live pretty far away.
True.
Pretty deep.
About an hour.
Yeah.
It's not a walk.
No.
A drunken walk home at 2 a.m.
It's true. And I'll rebut for you in this. You have been a very helpful and loyal friend in that first of all, when I moved across the country, you visited me. You came on a plane, you know, to San Diego. And for a while,
I was trying to meet Amy. I had to make sure.
Yeah, you had to give me the test.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how'd you feel, especially in comparison to my exes? Because you're one of the few who've met all of them. You've met even every person I've had a minor fling with.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you were around during all that stuff. And I was just thinking last night, like, how romantic some of my flings were. Just so you know.
Aww.
Just so you know. I remember...
thinking back, like, nostalgically?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cute.
Because you played a song that was playing that made me decide to do something romance. Okay? You remember Tara?
Mm-hmm.
So... I'll tell a love story, okay, about me.
Go ahead.
Check this. I was hanging out with Liz Parvis and Steve Aranda, and Liz Parvis brought her friend Tara, and we smoked an L. And I remember we were crossing the street from Carvel, and Tara grabs my hand. And in my head, I was like, does this mean that she likes me? She is attractive, you know? But I liked her more than girls I would normally just like try to kiss as a young man, you know? Mm-hmm. So I was scared. Brian and Raina picks me up. We're going to go play pool at my place. I leave that group. And then that fucking emotional song from Motion City Soundtrack starts playing.
Oh, yeah.
And I say, go back to Carvel, Brian. Brian takes me back to Carvel. I get out the car. I kiss Tara. And I just go back in the car and
Was
leave.
it The Conversation?
Yeah.
That's a good song.
I was romantic, dude.
They're doing a tour in 2020 called Don't Call It a Comeback Tour.
It's a good name for a tour.
Just so everyone knows. Very exciting for me. And whoever else likes Motion City Soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm sure go with you, you know?
Yeah, totally.
But...
You can come.
Yeah, all of the girls that chose you missed that kind of romance, you know?
Yeah.
Don't
talk to my girlfriend now. She'll agree with you.
Like, meet me at Carvel, yo. You guys don't have problems, right?
Carvel.
No, she just says...
He's just Steve.
Yeah, I'm just Steve. I'm like a literal.
Not just Steve, but he's Steve.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I sometimes miss the I don't know. I
What?
just miss it. Like I could have been romantic, but
Oh, not like you missed it, like you long for it. You missed the moment.
Right.
yeah, I always miss the moment.
You're
I'm like
a very
I feel-
internal dude, you know?
And
Yeah,
also, I
very
feel that you're
internal.
very like logical too,
It's
and
super
very
logical.
like mathematical in your head. So it's where Pat is really emotional. So and he
Yes.
writes a lot of stories. So he'll think of like a story, and then he'll be like, okay, let's do that. Whereas you are like, all right, what makes sense? We're doing this. Like you love her, you want to marry her.
Yep.
So you're like doing the math, doing the money, and everything like that. And that's just you. That's how you are.
That's
and
it.
she loves you for that too.
Though,
killing it.
But it's true.
it-
No, you're
Yeah.
100%
Amy's
right.
100%
You're killing
right.
it. Yeah.
But there is an emotional core that needs to be tapped into of you, you know?
I'm sure it does though with her, you know.
100%.
And that's how she knows he's not just a fire guy, you know. So we just don't see it.
Like, do you remember this? Do you remember this? I'm going to sing something, okay? And I want you to come in, okay?
Oh man,
You're
I'm not
oh my
singing.
God, you're about to sing.
I'm gonna,
I'm not singing.
you're not singing?
No.
Come on!
What are we singing
is
here?
this?
I just want to see if you can do this, okay?
I don't think I could do it.
It's going to strike a memory in you.
Okay.
Hoping for the best, just hoping nothing happens. 1,000 clever lines I read from clever
You
napkins.
want me to
I won't
scream?
ever ask if you won't ever tell me. I know you well enough to know you'll never love me. Hoping for the best, just hoping nothing happens. 1,000 clever lines I read from clever napkins. I will never ask if you won't ever tell me. I know you well enough to know you'll never love me. Bow! What the fuck I'm talking about?
He said, "I'm not gonna sing."
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's gonna be horrendous.
We used to
No,
do that
that
shit.
was beautiful.
You gotta auto tune.
We would do that shit.
That was
We
so
did.
fun.
As young boys, we would do
Nice.
that.
Jam
you know?
TBS.
What band is that?
Let's take Max Sunday.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Aren't they from Long Island?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Rockwell Center.
Hell motherfucking yeah.
No. That's where that
That's that
horrible
shit.
parrot store is.
Oh yeah, Powers of
Yeah,
the
you
World.
always made me do the hard part.
Fuck yeah. We would trade back and forth though, you know?
The screamy guy.
That was some good shit though.
Yeah,
That's
it
dope.
happened.
That was we would, as young boys, we weren't fucking around though. That was serious. That was some
For real,
serious.
right?
Yeah, that was for real.
We would try
That was like
it.
10 years ago.
Yep.
At 15 years
We
ago.
would try it and be like, no, we're gonna try that shit again and get it right. You know?
Totally.
But
rehearsal.
neither, I mean, I can't sing, so it was always bad.
I can't sing. You know, I can't sing, and I was in a screamo band.
Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
What did you think when I was in that band?
I don't even really remember. I think I blocked it out.
I was screaming hard.
I don't think
I
I ever
blocked
went to
it
your
out.
concerts or anything.
There's only one concert we ever had.
He boycott your screamo.
Yeah, I think
During
I
that
did.
time,
It was
so
a weird time, I guess.
Man,
he said he'll come back around.
that's some good times though, and I think that song is a good place to end the podcast. so.
Beautiful ending.
Do you have anything that you want to add?
No, I've been talking for an hour and a half. That's the longest I've talked in years.
So nice to have you.
See, it was different than you thought, though, right? It was,
No,
it was easy,
definitely.
huh? Yeah.
Well, I kept you off topic, so you couldn't roast me the whole time.
It didn't feel as much like an interrogation.
Yeah,
as you
I
thought.
mean, you guys could have just put me on blast for an hour. And I had no
About like
comeback.
why did you do that to his mom?
You know,
You're such
No,
an
no.
asshole.
I've been
I
in similar
hate you.
situations where like I make plans or I'll say I'll do something and then I just like dude it just drops off and then all of a sudden I'm like either somewhere else or so busy that I'm like fuck
Yeah.
if I had known I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like damn. So I get it.
No, 100%. And yeah, it's all the roasting is for sure in jest, because the truth is that what made me want to have both you and Twan on separately and probably again together is one of the best times of my lives, and Amy said this recently too, was the ride and the lead up to the wedding. You know, just that whole trip.
Straight chilling.
Yeah, like we had such good talks. I remember I hello Chichi. I haven't laughed that hard and so fucking long before that, you know?
Yeah.
You told me shit that I did that I was like, oh yeah. Like things that I did at the mall with you guys, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Like the bag lady.
yeah, can you tell that story?
Yeah, I wasn't there. I only heard it from you later. It was you and Steve and Miranda. But I believe the story goes that it was a lady in a wheelchair
Fuck. Yeah.
and she bumped into you
Yeah.
and you turned around and were like, like, I don't remember your exact words, but it's like, what the hell, you old bag?
I turned to Steve Aranda. I said,
Yes.
yeah, she walked past, she bumped into me, And because I couldn't say it to her, I whispered to him, "Watch where you're going, you old bag." Like that.
Yeah, that's right.
You've always had a problem with personal space.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if she's in a wheelchair, she's got one leg. If she touches you on accident or whatever, just get out of my bubble.
Tell me why
That's you.
at the post office, if I'm ever online, someone will be behind me like this.
Pushing
It's like, what are you doing? Like,
pushing on you.
That's the worst.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, great times.
Awesome.
I love you very much, man. And
Love
thanks
you
for coming
too.
on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Thank you so much. Bye. Space between.